Okay, that's around 38 minutes of standing meditation or 站桩. I want to sit a little bit now. So I want to share my experience and sensations. Generally speaking, it feels really good. There's warmth in my back, kind of rising from the sacrum area to the bone, to the spine, up to the chest area. You can feel you have more connection with your feet, with your calves, with your thigh, with your hip, especially the muscle groups, either sacrum and hip area, ground area. I didn't know that there's so many mini muscles I can adjust to stand in a relaxed way, because usually after a couple of minutes of standing, you feel your lower back or hip or groin area is kind of tight. So that's the sign that the body tells you to adjust. In standing meditation, any tension in your body, especially the pain or tightness at the lower back, hip, sacrum area, means that you're not relaxed. You're not totally and completely relaxed. So mini modification of the hip, of your hip, of your sacrum, of your lower back is necessary. Basically, you should be pain-free and tightness-free while you're doing the standing meditation. So the body feels as one from head to toe. In Taoist practice, there's a detailed, description that your top of the head and your bottom of the spine is connected. So in acupuncture, we call it Do 20, Governor 20, and then the Nu 1. So basically, your top of your head and bottom of your sacrum is connected. You feel that way. That's a very good sign. If you feel that way, that means your standing meditation improves. And the middle point of the shoulder, we call it gallbladder 20, 肩颈, is corresponding to your kidney 1. So basically, you feel the connection of your shoulder and your feet, the middle part of the feet, or exactly if this is the feet, then one third, second third, and third. So there's a meeting point here between the 1/3 and second third. So that's the acupuncture point. Or you can just your middle point of your sole, your feet, is connecting to the gallbladder 20. Anyway, the more you practice, the more you find the connections of your body in such a amazing way. I want to sit a bit too. And increase your energy at the same time. So the fascia, the connective tissue of your muscles, tendons, even bones are one. So fascia, if you eat meat, if you cut meat, there's a whitish layer, of connective tissue that covering or wrapping the muscle. Actually, not only the outlayer one, but in each group or each thread of muscle, there's a connective tissue that connects small muscles, a thread muscle to a group of muscle, then the bigger group of muscle. This connective tissue we call fascia is formless with their name. So maybe a better visualization is that I live in a townhouse. So the townhouse has a wall, or your room has a wall. Then you have cabinets, you have drawers, you have tables, right? You have a lot of how to say, like drawers. So each drawer or each cabinet or each wall is wrapping something, right? So you can look in this way that the fascia of this your apartment of or my townhouse is the walls, is the cabinets, is the drawers, is that even the electricity wires that connecting you everywhere, make the whole room or whole townhouse as one. Make sense, right? So fascia in your body is like that. It's wrapping, connecting every tissues, organs, cells. So standing meditation lets you have more connection with your muscles, with your tissues, and you feel every breath you take in not only comes through your nostril to your lung, but you feel your whole body is breathing, like every cell of your body is taking in the breath, is breathing and exhale, especially your skin. You really feel the exchange between the body and the nature. We are exchanging carbon dioxide and oxygen with the nature, right? So it's not a theory anymore. You feel it. By the way, standing meditation, as sitting meditation, it helps your connection between the body and the mind. The foundation of any healing, the foundation of any healing is that your body, mind becomes one. Think about it. It's true. Yoga, mindfulness, you cannot stretch your body and thinking something else. That's not yoga, okay? Yoga means union. First of all, union between your mind and the body. Body here can refer to your breath, your heartbeat, your bodily sensation. So your mind connects with your breathing, with your bodily sensation. Now, please, with my lips, with my words. You see, now mind, or to be exactly, your awareness is trying to understand everything happening within it. It's not just a theory or words in a book anymore. You feel it, you experience it. You experience in the stillness there are movements of my lips, movements of this sound carried by the internet hit your eardrums, and turns into electricity to your brain, and your brain translate these words into a meaning. That's how beautiful. Then I don't know how to say it. That's your realization. You notice every movement in the stillness, every sound, every frequency in the silence. You become really connected with what's happening inside and outside. It starts from the connection within first, because once your body mind has a complete connection, you can centralize yourself. You're centralized. This bio field of your body now is established. North pole here, positive, and the south pole underneath, negative. The biofield is established. Then there's a threads of the field coming in and out, moves around. Anyway, you feel your presence more. So once you have this constant, non-stopping presence established, then you can interfere or interact. You can interact with other biofields too. Not only humans, but also animals. A tree has biofield. So once our own biofield is established and stabilized, actually we found, everyone, every animal, every tree is like you. Most people just don't know. Don't know is terrible. Not knowing is terrible. Or in other words, to remove ignorance is important. Here, ignorance is not you don't know how to play piano. You don't know how to drive a car. You don't know how to fix a microwaver. No, that's not ignorance I'm talking about. The ignorance here means you don't know who you are. That's the most terrible thing in the world. Most tragic thing in the world. Anyway, standing meditation boosts your immune system, boosts your energy, even boosts your happiness. I don't know why. Because now you feel so alive. We are alive, right? The more you feel you are alive, the more how to say enjoyable you can become. Yesterday I played pickleball. It's my second time. So yesterday in Vancouver, the day is so good. It's like a gold autumn. So between 5 and 7, it's a sunsetting time. The sunlight is just warm enough, like 20, 22 degree, shine on the nature, it's the green, and shine on you. Also, we have 10 courts of pickleball, people playing. So it's my second time, but I find with the standing meditation and sitting meditation, my reflection was so good. I enjoy like every movement of my body, my hand, my arm. It's just beyond description. I was so high. I don't know why. I jump, I smash, I dodge, I backhand. So it's pickleball is interesting. It's something like tennis, something like table tennis, something like badminton. I enjoy it. I love it. Anyway, because I have this training of sitting meditation and standing meditation, first of all, I have more connection with my body, right? That's a sure thing. So you react more. You can see the ball coming and hit the ball and more accurately. Also, you can notice the movements of your opponents or your partner. You can, you play it. I don't know why it's such a good design. We can move. We can react. We're not a rock on the road. And we can talk like this with the help of technology. Amazing. Everything is amazing. Again, I said to be extraordinary is not to, beat the Guinness records, right? To be extraordinary is to find great things, great feelings and sensations and truth in small things. That's called extraordinary. Of course, I went to Niagara Falls, at the border of US and Canada in Toronto area. I don't know. Yeah. Anyway, I went there. I see the huge fall. Oh, that's really extraordinary thing from nature. Wow, the sound. You have to wear a raincoat because the mist or the water is so big there at the bottom of the fall. That's really fantastic. That's one type of extraordinary. I'm talking that another type of extraordinary is that you can find in small, in trivial things, the truth. That beats everything. We can talk. We can, raise up your hands, please, or raise up your fingers, please. This thing is extraordinary. Okay? It involves everything in the nature and your biofield too. This is connecting with everything else. Trust me. Gravity, right? Your body sensation, your translation of my words, raising up your hand, the electricity or the neural activity in your brain, and you give an order to your shoulder, arm, finger, and it needs energy from the food. It needs the oxygen from nature. It is everything already. Okay? To understand the basic ability that as a human, in a greater way, in a detailed, complete picture, and appreciate them. We have taken this for granted for many years. To be aware is precious, trust me. Have you ever appreciate your awareness? You see, we back to the most fundamental thing now. True happiness is not going outward. We may need both directions, but before you can discover what's happening here, you can never understanding what is happening there. Only when you understanding what's happening here, then you will understand what's happening there. There's a lot of things is happening here. So there's a lot of things happening there. The more you appreciate here, your body, your breath, your heartbeat, any ability you're having now, the more appreciate you will be, to the outside world. So again, it's a inner work, it's a inside out work. I have 3 kids. They have so many things, but sometimes they're not happy at all. They want more. They always want more. I don't know why. Sometimes I feel helpless. Their material at this generation is far more than our generation. But they still want more, For example, my boys, it's a natural, but just give you example. They have a second-hand bike years ago. Then I changed it to a new bike, but it's a new bike, but different new bikes at different prices. So it was like a brake, plastic brakes, but now he asked for like a disc brake. Okay, high tech, more expensive. Then I changed the two, both the front, both front and rear disc brakes. Like how much is like 500 Canadian dollars. Then in couple of months, bikes, this bike, he's asking a scooter with battery. That's another 700 uh, bucks. And scooters, they have different prices too, right? You can go up to 2,000 high tech scooters. Anyway, when I was young, I borrowed the bike from my classmates, and just one type. You don't have any choice, just one type. Okay, and I was so happy. I was so happy, and I learned how to bike. The external material will never satisfy you. It does bring our comfort. It does bring us the comfort and convenience. Sure thing. But it does not bring you happiness. Happiness, the greatest happiness, is you find who you are. Behind all the forms, names, materials, money, power, fame, there's something everlasting. There's something much greater. That's the reason why Shakyamuni Buddha left the kingdom 2,500 years ago. Imagine you are the prince or the princess of a kingdom, and next month you'll be thrown as a king or queen, and you are rich, you're powerful. But at one night you leave the kingdom, you leave the country, you just give up all this. Either you lose your mind, you know, or you find something greater. That's what Shakyamuni Buddha did. Crazy. Okay, I think that's all. If we don't have any questions or experience to share, It's a good session. So maybe see you next time. Bye now. Thank you for the chat. It was very interesting. Thank you. Thank you for your presence here. Maybe see you next time.